So I want to talk a little bit about driving greater diversity. And as we say, if we want more diversity, we're going to need to mentor and sponsor more diversely. Mentoring has an incredible business case. In one study done by Wharton and Gartner, people who elected to mentor in the engineering department of Sun Microsystems got promoted 6 times more than people who didn't mentor. Mentees were promoted 5 times more, and retention rates of both the mentor and mentee were 20% higher, saving the company $6.4 million over the course of 5 years. In another study by Association for Talent Development, people who were managers that just got trained, they had an increase in productivity of about 22%. But managers who were given mentors had an increase in productivity of about 86%. Now we need to talk about something really important. People tend to mentor and sponsor in their own likeness. Your friend asks you if you'll meet with their kid. One of your colleagues has very similar views to you, has similar dreams, and you start hitting it off on the golf course. Or you go out to dinner with his or her family and you start bonding and connecting, and there's more mentoring happening there. Every study shows that people tend to mentor and sponsor in their own likeness. So that means we're championing people who remind us of ourselves. And people who, I remember talking with some senior executive women at eBay, and they shared that each one of them at a director or vice president level had to mentor at least 2 or 3 other people. And the one caveat is someone that you mentor should not remind you of yourself, should be diverse in some way, shape, or form. And each one of us is like an incredible book of learning. And when we come together in a mentoring relationship, a mutually beneficial partnership, where each one of us, the mentor traditionally has experience and learning and knowledge that the mentee is desiring to gain. Now, my mentees might be 20 years older than me or 20 years younger than me. So a mentor is someone who speaks with you and advises you, shares from their experience. A sponsor is someone who speaks about you behind closed doors and champions you to other people. At one point, my mentor, Mike Caslin, when I was running a charity for 20 years, teaching entrepreneurship to low-income children. I ran the greater Washington region and took the program to Baltimore, to India with an incredible team there. And Mike Caslin, sorry for my phone ringing. Mike Caslin, excuse me. My daughter's school calling, sorry about that. Mike Caslin, he mentored me. He helped me get my sea legs. He actually championed me to become the youngest executive director of the organization. And then when he retired, he came to me in Washington, D.C. and said, I want you to take my national position, making me the first female national vice president of the organization. Well, there were other candidates for the position. So behind closed doors, he sponsored me and I got the job. Without him, I would have never gotten the job. So a mentor speaks with you, a sponsor speaks about you behind closed doors. The hiring room is not a meritocracy. Each person, each candidate has a champion in that room, trust me. So a lot of companies are looking at how do we sponsor more high potential employee candidates and diverse talent to make it to the top echelons of corporate America. A lot of people, top leaders, have good intentions when it come to mentoring, but they're not giving much thought as to who they mentor, how they mentor, and how long the relationships are and what the goals and outcomes are of those relationships. So we really recommend, as a leader, think about yourself as being on a beautiful large plane and doing some real soul searching around who's maybe sitting with you in first class. Who are those people that you will be sponsoring this year or in 2021? And is this a diverse group of people? And who will you be mentoring? And will the people, and maybe they're sitting in the middle of the plane, maybe they're in the back, maybe they're your summer associates and interns. Who will you be mentoring? And then who will you be sponsoring? And the people, in the front with you that you're sponsoring, what's the expectation of them? Do they pay it forward? Are they expected to mentor other people within the company, within the organization? Are they expected to step up too and mentor and sponsor diversely? How do we break the cycle of people mentoring and championing in their own likeness? We do it by being deliberate. I'd love to talk with you so much more about this, how we can drive greater diversity through mentoring and sponsorship. And if this is diversity and this is mentoring in a Venn diagram, let's bring them together. And in the middle is human connection, a safe haven, a place to go and grow with another human being. It is inclusion, and it is greater belonging, especially when things are very turbulent for our companies and for our nation. Mentoring plus diversity drives greater inclusion, belonging, and if done right, advancement of a diverse, skilled workforce. I'm Julie Kantor, CEO of Twomentor, and I am so thrilled to be on a mentoring journey. We have white papers that I'll put the link on this video on the business case and ROI of mentoring to drive diversity and more. Thank you for listening.